would like to point out that it is freaking cold out here, dude. The wind's blowing, but I've got this PBJ and L. It's a peanut butter jelly with love. Just wanted, Teresa made that. She going all out on this. But it is fargan cold, dude. Woo. Key's fixing to make a pass. This will be his first one of the day. We're here late because they opened early and all this other rigmarole. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is freaking cold, dude. That wind is cutting across here. Ain't no trees to block it. Here we go. There's been cars down the track. Bunch of spinning. Yeah, that's gonna be not a great pass. He's putting all the heat in it now. Keith said he left about 4,500 last time. Oh shoot. That may, well, there we go. The thing on Super Secret, there was a loose head or two that was rattling. I told Fire when we were at his house, it sounded like something rattling. So after we left, he looked at it, and that's what it was. So all good. Even though we won't be able to like basically race today or whatever, we're both on slicks and it's right lane radial, left lane slick. But man, it is so freaking cool. What did it run that time?
Same.
Dude, what'd you leave at?
5.
Why?
What do I gotta go to?
Down.
Down?
Yeah, because it's not moving an inch.
Okay.
It was like, bop, 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 and I'm like, what just happened? It was like, wow, and I went, oh my gosh. I brought these donuts. Look, guess who still hadn't got a haircut? Yeah, I haven't got one either, but look at this right here. Oh my God. Look at this.
It grows on the side, it won't grow in the middle and the top like it should, so I'm just gonna
just
we'll make an awesome
fold it up like an omelet.
and do an awesome comb over.
Gonna do his
Yeah,
best Trump
get him a Trump going on.
What?
Get
You
Eric.
wanna just said it.
Eric,
I ain't saying nothing about Trump.
I respect you for wearing that attire that you have on. Listen, it can't be any worse, can it? Actually, wearing the Jags is okay, because the expectations.
At least I know where my loyalty lies.
That's true. All right, let's see how bad this is gonna go. Wow, not a lot of water up here yet. I'm gonna leave a little soft, probably about 9 degrees. Saturday afternoon, we didn't get to finish up McNugget, at least even to where he was drivable, because of the rain. And then that night, Joey, the track operator, decided that he would open the gates early, which normally it's gates open at 12, track hot at 2. He decided to open the gates at 10 to 10:30, track hot at 11 to 11:30, which basically killed about 2.5 hours of what we thought we'd have of working time on the car. So we get up Sunday morning to let the dogs out. It's freaking cold. It's miserable looking. So by the time we got up moving around and everything, we just decided, hey, we're going to be late. So it is what it is. Trying to pump gear lube that's half frozen into a rear end, that's not any fun, especially with a hand pump. So we got the rear end all pumped up, and we got the drive shaft in, and we took the shock loose, and it felt okay, so we just tightened it back up. We actually put a washer in it and stuff. We did a few little tiny things to it. And then we loaded the car up, and we headed to the track. It was so cold when we first got there. The wind was just howling across, and it was cold. It was cold. So it was much colder there than it was here at the house. So Keith made a couple passes on the nitrous, and you saw how that went. It was not going anywhere. Pirate brought Super Secret, and we got our tires changed on McNugget. We also were running the slicks that we normally run on our stuff, our stiff walls. And on our first pass, the burnout was kind of decent, and everything was pretty much decent. And it just, it ran what it ran. So, it ran what it ran. I didn't expect anything from the gear, like, oh gosh, it's really going to pick up. Like I said in the video with the silver car, it just, it never picked up that much. Now the silver car, before we swapped gears in the silver car, we had made quite a few passes with the T5, so we kind of knew what that car would run. McNugget, would it have run faster than the 726 with the 410? Maybe. I mean, we don't know, but at the end of the day, the car is more enjoyable from a driver's experience. Like I said before, it's just more enjoyable to me to drive it. So I like 456s. It's, just feels faster. So anyway, let's take a look at the first time slip and then move on to the next one. 155, 726 at 93.6. Nothing to get super excited about, but hey, it was just a solid pass.
Strolling on both of those passes. Can't wait to see what that is.
We brought it back around on a hot lap, and it felt like on the first pass that it just kind of was running out of breath a little bit. So I decided that I would just kind of leave the same and maybe just short shift it just a little bit, or try to, and see where it was going to end up at. It didn't really like any of that. It just slowed down a little bit. It wasn't huge, but when you're naturally aspirated, hundreds do count. So it was a solid pass. It just wasn't as fast as the first one. So let's take a look at the time slip. 157, 730, 93.48. We figured we needed to start going the other direction at this point. Third pass.
McNugget doing it.
Brought it back around for our second hot lap, which was our third pass, and we went up on the launch RPM, and we went out to the shift light. It was at 6 grand, and it picked up everywhere. 60 foot, ET dropped, mile an hour went up a little bit, so it went up pretty good actually. So that was a pretty good pass. Felt like we were on the right path. It was also, like I say, it was cold, but the sun had come out, and that helped a lot as far as keeping the track. You gotta have heat in the track. If you don't have heat in the track ain't gonna work. Just that simple. The sun coming out really helped things out a lot. The DA was really good. So, you know, it was perfect opportunity for us to, you know, run about as good as we were going to be able to run, I think. So, you know, but we were willing to wait out. So let's take a look at the time slip. 152, 721, 9409. Now I felt like we were making some progress. Come on, McNugget. Need a 717 would be a very nice number. I didn't do enough to you to give it to you, but it is what it is. Gotta get that 60 foot down a little bit. McNuggets, you a bad boy. Bad boy. Oh! Damn, you just keep surprising me, you little son of a bitch. Woo! Ha ha! Ha! My man McNuggs. Homeless car, homeless guy. Ha ha ha! You little son of a bitch.
Dang, McNugget just letting it rip.
Came around for our fourth pass, which was our third hot lap, and got more aggressive on the launch RPM, about 53, 5400. I could actually feel it pulling the clutch pedal in as it was going up in RPM, and picked up everywhere, ran faster than I thought it would, or had a better ET. I was, as the day had started, I thought there was a teen in it. If we could get the 60 foot, especially after the 21, I figured we could run a teen, but I figured it'd be like a 17 or an 18 or something like that. But it dropped down significantly to what it ran. I don't want to say that there was a 7.0 in it. There might have been, might have been a 7.0, but you know, let's take a look at the time slip, see what we ran. Once again, this pretty much just showed McNugget's potential. 144, 714, 94.28. And the rear suspension on this car is dead nuts super simple, so I was actually really happy with the 60 foot. Uh-oh. What was that?
I don't know.
That didn't look good.
Come on.
It died. Watch it probably die. Oh, Lord. Would it not go in gear?
It was
was in gear, then it just went whop and then stopped and went
Like I saw it.
Do that sound effect again. I thought it was more of an irk than a work, but twerk. Yeah, but maybe when the rear end locked up. There's Keith. Man, that thing sounds like has he turned the bottle off? Because that clutch has just got a hold of that thing. It's like,
unfortunate.
This is unfortunate. Is it? Are you sure it's not the battery? I'm just asking the question.
Could be. Hardest is pulling it down though. Look under the hood.
No, I mean that's
No, man.
That's mint.
That's mint.
No.
I got it.
That's effing mint, Eric. Dang. We got us a situation here. Now, what's going on? What'd I say, Michael? On Keith's last pass, what'd I say?
Turn the bottle off.
I said it sounded like you turned the bottle off because clutch had a hold of that thing. It was like, rah, and I was like, what happened, man? What's wrong with bottle empty?
Yep.
Turned it off.
Don't have a second one.
Just was not.
Nothing. Done but just a fart in the wind. Psh.
Yep.
Did you
Psh.
that a brand new bottle?
Fresh. Fresh.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
Yeah, he ain't a real nitrous guy. He's a guy that uses nitrous. Real nitrous guys have like 8 bottles. They're always looking to buy bottles. They have a mother bottle. The real guys got MFer bottles.
I'm new to this.
He's new to this, man.
This nitrous stuff.
He's new to this nitrous stuff.
Put that on a scale. And you know exactly what it weighs.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, he knows,
32
man.
pounds full.
He knows, man. He knows.
So
He knows.
take 10 pounds off of that.
He knows.
That's 50 pounds.
Why are you shaming this man on YouTube?
I'm not.
I
You're
control.
the one that's gonna put
I
him on
control the
YouTube.
flow of information. Don't ever forget that.
See,
Ever.
He's testing everybody's
Ever.
ability to add and subtract.
I know, like pirates. Hey, 5 gold pieces plus a ruby equals 3 bananas and a parrot. Ha ha. I mean, Jesus Christ. Let's parlay.
coming to the track.
Yeah, he's coming to track, not to parlay. So if his math's a little wonky, it's okay, man. Listen, he just made his best pass of the day off the bottle, didn't he?
I did.
Right.
I did best 60 foot.
Natural aspirated, praise Jesus. It's Sunday, let's get some hallelujahs going here. Okay, look, Mike, okay. Blasphemers, every one of y'all sinners. Going to hell.
Nitrous here today?
What? They got nitrous here today?
No, they're usually selling it right at the start line. I don't know if they got it here today. We'll have to ask old Joey.
Go ask Joey. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hey, they got any? Ask if they got any clutches up there for sale. Yeah. Who needs a clutch?
I need a clutch.
Who needs a clutch? This guy done tore up that clutch. That clutch is almost brand new when I saw him in that car. Well, nothing wrong with it. It was not. It was just like this control arm bolts. Mint. Mint. Eric, it ain't under there. Your problem, the solution to your problem is not under there. Oh no. Is he just showing off now?
I thought he had a tack.
You thought he had a tack?
Yeah, in this tire.
Oh man, that's a dually, man. He got 10 tires on that thing. I can't do math either. What is that attachment, dude?
Extension.
No, that black thing.
This?
Yeah, that. Oh,
Ratchet.
I'm just. Oh, he got a ratchet and braking bar.
Pittsburgh, nothing but the finest.
Man, this dude is a straight gangster.
Gay.
I'm balling.
Gangster.
Oh.
Balling out of control.
He's balling out of control. Oh no, I don't know how this is.
This don't look good.
This looks like a tight fit.
That's what she said.
I am not saying anything that. Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, I'll take my little medium
Okay,
extension
he's
off.
gonna take that off.
If I can
Yes.
separate the two.
He's gonna control it.
Control
All right,
chaos.
we'll be back when we find out what's happening.
Tension.
That bolt's really tight, Eric.
No kidding. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
You should have
I know. Eric has finally hit the limit now on his.
Take my damn donuts and go home.
Well, this is now he's got a winch. Trust me, he'll let me know that. I got a winch. Damn it, man.
Most unfortunate.
This
At
is
least-
most. Well, it still could be something that's tied in with the transmission.
That can't be broke, bro. It's an HO motor.
I know. I don't understand either.
No, how can it be tied into the transmission?
I'm just saying, trans is all locked up, and the clutch. I don't know. The clutch is broke. Everything's broke. I don't know. It started up fine, made no noise. 100% just hit right off and fired up.
Yeah.
Then we pull over there
times.
and it won't even roll over.
2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times.
But you know, when we first started to push it back from the starting line, there was a couple of clunks and cracks. So maybe whatever it was fell loose. And got
The people in the rear of the car said that was coming from the back of the car. People in front of the car
I wouldn't be totally mad at the thing if the pressure plate came apart or something.
See, look at that. Look at this optimism. I don't know. It's
I'm
just
threatening to replace it because you got to blame somebody for these misshifts.
Yes.
It can't be your transmission.
Yeah, let's
right?
just hope the trans is okay.
Does they got an SN95?
I wouldn't have caught it if it did. Oh, damn. All right, well, we got an unfortunate situation brewing here. Here's what we need to do. We need to pop the trunk. I need a knife, and I need Brian to help me with the battery.
Stand back. Stand back. He's got
Give me the knife! Give me the knife! Look,
I just healed from Mobile.
look at it, look at it, look at it. There it is right there. Ah! Yeah, we get in a fight. Brian's like, take it! Yeah. He's rolling with the little people today. Open trailer. Damn, look at his name. He got a name on it and everything, man. That's some nice graphics.
A regular battery charge like a big one? No, just a regular. I've got a Torque mine 16.
Nah, we had an issue. It left and died. Something locked up. Thought he broke the rear end of the transmission. But then he started up on the starting line like 3 or 4 times. And every time he put it in gear, it died. Then we go get it started.
Mine will check that block down below. That's what mine will do. Block was cracked.
Freaking block was cracked. Hey, Keith, don't touch that. That loose washer's like that for a purpose.
Well, I like it. I like it.
Huh.
It's a lot better.
Eric's situation, we don't really know much more other than what we saw at the track. He left on a 2-step. We think something's locked up in the motor. It is drawing a huge amount of amperage to try and turn the motor over. So, you know, he just loaded up. There's no obvious or external, like, oh, there's something here, there's a rod hanging out of it. But after the car died, we stopped filming, went up there to see what was the problem. He started it up and it started fine. It was like, fired right up like it normally does. And he fired it up once or twice. He'd put it in gear and it would shut off as soon as he left it. So we didn't really know what, we thought something was locked up somewhere in the rear end. But then when we pushed it backwards, it moved. So when we got it back to out of the burnout box and over out of the way of staging, it wouldn't start. It was dot, dot, dot. So we didn't know what was going on. So that's why you're like, well, what's going on? The motor's something. Well, it started up. It didn't make any noise. It didn't hard start. It just started up like every other time it starts up. So on the starting line after the initial So we thought someone had locked up in the rear end or something in the transmission. But, you know, this is the next day, so he probably hasn't looked at it. He has a real job too. So when we know, you guys will know, I guess. So anyway, but he was out for the day. That did Eric in. So then it was at that point in time we decided to come up and make our next pass. All right, 5th pass. We got David's chip in here. He moved the rev limiter. We put the 6200 pill on the chip line. It's probably not going to go any faster. He also messed with the spark table, but that was just for drivability. So other than that, the tune is stock. So we're not expecting anything fantastic.
Yes! We got a missing McNugget! Way to go, loser! I knew it! I
pulled David's chip out, made him miss a gear.
Well, now things were getting interesting. Pirate had made a couple passes and was complaining that it was driving through the clutch. They were terrible runs. It was like a 770 and an 80 or something. He said the clutch was gone. Clutch was gone in Super Secret. Eric had his issue. Keith was out of nitrous. And here we go. There will be some controversy over whether that was a missed gear or not. It was not a miss in my mind.
Oh no, you don't. That was a miss. That was a miss. No, you don't. You're not getting off that easy. No.
The clutch was getting sucked by the centrifugal force. That happened. That was, some of you guys, I say may remember, it ain't been that long ago. When the Coyotes first came out, that seemed to be became a little bit of a thing, I think, because I know a guy at our local track that had one when they first came out. He got a 2011 Coyote, and it was sucking the clutch pedal to the floor if he got up too high. And so I don't know this, but I've never had that happen. I thought the clutch cable had broken. No, that wasn't the case. It had fallen out of the clutch fork, or come loose from the quadrant up top. So, you know, it is what it is. Everyone's got their opinion on whether it was a miss or not. If it's a miss, I'll own it, but I don't think I missed it because I didn't, but whatever. So there's no time slip to look at per se. We didn't even get our time slip from that pass because, you know, we had to, you know, semi-trucker, you know, boop, boop, clutch rev match it to, and we didn't want to stop and start it, blah, 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 blah. So we didn't go back and get it. We're nothing to look at anyway. So, anyway, on to the next pass. We're going to fix the clutch cable after we figure it out. Let's on to the next pass. Sixth pass. Probably not going to leave quite as hard this
No. 2 for 2, fool. It's time for a fear strike. Yes. Yes. Woo!
Oh well. Clutch killed us today, guys. That's gonna be it. I'll come back and get it. Thank you. Well, it did the exact same thing on our sixth pass. So at this point, we decided that there just wasn't any reason to keep running it.
Oh no, we know. 2 in a row, 2 misses. Get out of the car. Get him out of here. Get him on the sideline. Get him a camera. Get out of the car.
We could probably have still raced it, but we would have had to left at a much lower RPM, and it was just going to run a bunch of 720s or something like that. And that's not what we were about at this point with McNugget. I don't mind just running a car if it's just going to run the number that it's going to run, but I want to be able to run the best number that it's going to run. I want to be able to drive it the way I want to drive it, and the numbers are going to be what they're going to be. I don't want to have to back it up because of a mechanical problem and run slow passes. Now, if it's a track situation, that's different. I'll keep trying to figure it out to lower and launch RPM to get down the track, or however I got to do it. I'll try that, and the numbers will fall where they fall. But if the track's okay, I'm not going to have to back the car down because of a mechanical issue. I'm just not going to race it like that, just much like with the Love Boat, why I don't have any interest in taking it back to the track until it's got axles and the way I can race it the way I want to race it. Regardless of how fast it is, I want to be able to race it the way I want to race it without any mechanical limitations. I don't drive scared, or I don't race scared, and I'm not going to go up there and, oh, the clutch cable comes out if I go over 5. I ain't doing that. I'll just bring it back, try and make it right, bring it back the way I want to race it. So we decided to load it up on the trailer. Again, I'm sure there'll be controversy whether that's a miss or not. It's not, because it snaps when the clutch snaps. It just about snaps my head off. I'm like, oh crap, it's in gear. I mean, it's good. Ah. So anyway, you know, it's an $80 AutoZone Advanced Auto stock truck clutch. I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, we fixed the clutch cable. We drove it home. It drove fine. I mean, it's just, you know, we probably put I don't know, probably put 130 miles on it yesterday, driving it around the track and stuff. So driving it home. So anyway, so we decided we'd film everyone else making some passes, which was basically Keith and Pirate. But anyway, you know, no complaints. It is what it is. Just ran what it ran.
Big time racer.
Here goes Keith. He's the last guy running. Well, Michael. Michael made it fast. He's just on motor now. Out of nitrous. He's got a clutch that actually works. He make a decent pass last time.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Watching Pirate drive is watching a bum. He shifts some gears, makes me want to drink some rum. Yo ho ho, let's miss another one.
I guess you could say that about Keith, but not Michael. Dang.
Dr. Fair's gonna have a heyday on this video.
Is that a miss?
That is a miss.
Okay.
That wasn't a...
Welcome,
I
Michael.
shifted.
Welcome.
I shifted mine. You saw it engage.
I mean, sure. It's your story. Whatever.
It's your truth.
Yes, Eric, it is up to me and you to inform the people of the truth. And I like the fact that you owned your misses, unlike other people who try and blame clutch cables and shifters and other things that are just technicalities. Literally. And Pirate? Oh, nice one, guy. I liked it.
Your head hung down already. You know who's gonna come visit you, right?
I got to put the clutch cable back in again. It did the exact same thing. What did it run on the first one?
36.
Well, you thought the clutch was burned up in it 25 minutes ago.
So your best pass of the day is a 736.
And on that one, well,
What was the 60 foot?
And the 150. Not really good. 150 something.
150 something.
this guy's a time slip. He looks at me funny when I don't tell my time. He don't even look at his.
It feels like it's just all crazy.
It is. What's it going to run, Keith?
17. I turned up the two step a little bit more.
To what?
4,500.
Oh,
I was at 43 the last one.
all right. See if the track will take it. Nice job. That thing will take some more that thing will take some more RPM on the starting line. You need to turn that up. on the third. He wasn't trying on third gear. Somebody done got scared. Not as good a burnout that time, but 5 is probably a little aggressive, but it's even more. Take even more. 55. It'd take even more. Pirate ran 734 on his last pass, even with that third gear deal. That's best for the day for him. Now, we still gotta put the clutch cable back in our garbage. Oh, McNugget, you're killing me, brother. What was the last one?
751.
Hey, what?
A 151.60 and a 715.
On the last one?
Yeah.
What was the one before it?
156.
What was the time?
7
something.
A little faster.
713 and a 750.
Yeah.
Nice.
Getting there.
Was either one of those your best 60?
This one is 151.
That was the last
What was a mile an hour?
Yeah, it took it.
Almost 96.
I said go higher. Go higher.
95.8. So close.
I get 60 down.
I just think it's too heavy.
Well, it ain't a lightweight.
No, it's not a light car.
All right, we're getting ready to head out. We got the clutch cable hooked back up. That's a bummer, but we're headed to Whataburger. I will say David's chip seems to be a little bit better because it's cold and it's idling better and everything, so good on that. Let's go, McNugget. Get us home. Let's have that Whataburger. Yes, phenomenal. Hey, that's them taillights up there, that's Kev Dog. Well, let's put a pin in it. Lance showed up with his Chevy too. Had a few unsuccessful passes, but he did have one successful pass. His last pass of the day, he went a 588, which is pretty much about where that car runs, 580 range or whatever. I'm sure he would have liked a little bit more, but sometimes you just got to take what the track gives you. So it's a beautiful car though, beautiful car. You know, 588 for him. He went to Whataburger, ate with us. Pirate went a 734. It's not a personal best for him in that car. But from the way his day started to the way it ended, he was more satisfied, even though he got that gear miss in there, Dr. Fear. That's straight miss right there, bro. Eric, not a good day. Personal best on one of his passes, but he had a gear miss on one, and then whatever his mechanical issue is, and it looks fairly serious, I guess. Won't know. We know. When we know, you guys will know. So it didn't look good. Keith struggled early with the nitrous. Track super cold. Blah blah blah. But had personal best on motor for him. He does a really good job of that car driving it too. I mean, he does a really good job. He kills it in that thing, honestly. But that was his fastest motor pass, so he had a good day. McNugget, well, I mean, we've made some progress. We've chopped, 4.5 tenths off of its previous personal best to where it is now in 2 track trips. We're just finding the stuff that needs to be changed. So, we got some mods planned, and, I think we can whittle that 714 down a little bit, hopefully. Got a couple track days potentially coming up. There's one Friday. This Friday, there's an open test and tune. I think me and Pirate are going to try and go to. Don't know what I'm taking yet. And then Joey said they were going to try and have one December the 4th, and that will be the last one. So we got potentially 2 more days to race. Definitely going to try and make the Friday one for sure. And I'd like to take McNugget, but we got some work to do. But other than that, it was a good day. It didn't start out great. I was not looking forward to it, but it turned out good, and at least for me. And I feel bad for Eric. I mean, man, he has had a rough racing season, man. It's been rough on him, for him. So, but he's always ready to keep fighting. So he'll have the LTD fixed back up and be ready to go next season. So anyway, I guess that's it. I know this video is already real long, so thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We couldn't do it without you. And until next time, thanks for watching. I messed it up again because I started thinking in my head. Thanks for watching. Until next time on Standard Leader Fox Body Videos, 1 year only Lincolns, 4 drag vans, and as always, fight the good fight against Dr. Fear. I feel like we won this fight. I don't care what he says.
Boom, sucker, you out.
That's my, as Eric says, that's my truth. So we'll see you guys in the next vid.